You're tuned in to Nerd Overload, your weekly show for video games, movies, TV shows, comics, tech news, and more. Now your hosts, Cody Pinnick, Samantha Cross, Sam Dunham, and Josh Harrison.
Hey everybody, welcome to Nerd Overload, the pop and geek culture show that knows anybody can wear the mask. I'm Cody.
I'm Sam.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Samantha.
And special guest star, construction across the street from the studio. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Thank you all for tuning in. We have a great show for you, a bunch of news to go over. But first, let's talk about some things we've been checking out. Roof repair, would you like to go first? No?
That's my impression of a nail gun.
You're doing a great job. I almost thought you had one there for a second. It's some great Foley work in here.
I think. Are you beatboxing?
I'm beatboxing very slowly and poorly.
Okay. Okay, let's get into some things we've been checking out. Who wants to go first?
I played a whole entire day's worth of Anthem the other day.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's good. I like it.
So is it Destiny where everyone's Iron Man?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's like very, very much like Destiny. Like the shooting is spot on. Everything feels really great. It's fun to fly around. It's got a little bit of BioWare coat of paint on it. When you're in between missions, you can walk around the little town and talk to people and make dialogue choices, even though they're like binary dialogue. Like you can be nice or you can be a jerk, and that's about it. But I mean, it's there, and it doesn't need to be. It's nice to have the option, I guess.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
But if you're going in there expecting like a Knights of the Old Republic or a Mass Effect, that's not what it is. It's more like Destiny than it is an RPG.
Okay, how are the load times? Because I read that review by Rush Frushtick off Polygon, and that was like the main complaint he had about it was like the load times and having to like change out the time it takes to change out your gear and stuff was like at times excruciating.
The load times going into missions are pretty bad, but changing your gear it really isn't.
Okay.
I think they released a patch since then. I think that sped it up a little. It's still a little excruciating, but I don't know, look at your phone. Like I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad. It didn't really bother me.
Well, in all fairness, Rush Frushtick also likes to complain about things in a lot of his reviews.
A lot of the old Polygon people are like, "Oh, my time's being wasted."
Yeah.
It's like you're already playing a video game. Like,
oh no, hey, my time's being wasted reading this review.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the other question I have pertaining to both Polygon and Anthem, do the robots need truck nuts?
No, oh no.
Okay.
They're very cool looking
They have truck
robots.
nuts?
No, there was a video that they put up basically saying that the robots are really plain looking. Unmemorable, and the joke of the video was that it needs something like truck nuts to make it stand out.
I don't think they're that plain looking. I think they're pretty cool and really customizable. You can change the color of like 50 different parts on them, and
cool.
I don't think that's an issue.
Yeah.
I like my magic robot that wears a cool cape.
There's something about robots that wear capes that is always visually interesting. And cool.
Oh man, do you remember that one Mega Man RPG on the PlayStation 2?
Command Mission?
I think so. Where you had like a electro cape.
Yes.
I've never actually played Command Mission.
Yeah. It was on the GameCube as well.
Yeah, that's where I played it. It was a good game. I liked that game.
Yeah.
He said like robot with cape, and I'm like, oh yeah, Mega Man had a cape.
I know nothing about the anime Fooly Cooly, but I know that robot has a cape in one episode sometimes, and that is visually striking to me.
Yeah, he sometimes has a cape.
That's also the best anime.
Have you watched the newer ones?
I have not, but I've heard they're not quite as good.
They're different.
Which they're gonna be. You can't recapture that magic from 1999 or whatever.
The only returning character really was Haro.
Haruka.
Her name gets pronounced 100 different times in that show.
Yeah.
All the characters really do. Everyone's got like nicknames and then other names, and it's so man.
Tycoon.
Everyone's talking to her.
But I've played it for, I don't know, maybe about 5 or 6 hours, and I like it so far. I don't know what the in-game content is like, and you know what? I'll probably never get there. But I'm having fun with it. I don't know. I don't understand the complaining that I played it for 30 hours and now I don't have anything to do and I'm kind of bored. It's like, well,
you played it for 30 hours.
Yeah.
You got enough out of it.
I paid like $40 for it. If I get 30 hours worth of fun out of it, that is money well spent, my friend.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, welcome to the world of online RPG-ish games.
Yeah, I don't understand why they, out of the box, people expect it to have like 100 million hours of content.
Well, because people are spoiled, because a lot of games have 100 million hours of content. Or they're free.
Yeah.
It's usually one or the other.
Not first-person shooters, though. They usually run about, 20 hours if you're lucky.
Usually, yeah.
And then use online multiplayer as a crutch to, keep people playing.
Yeah, exactly. And I think if you come out of the box and you got 30 hours, that's fine. And as long as they keep the updates coming regularly, which they set out a roadmap saying that they are, then it's fine. I don't understand, because it's getting a lot of bad press for some reason. It's like that gaming journalism conspiracy that's out there. It's like they're out to get Anthem for whatever reason. I don't know.
Yeah. I think they might be out to get it because Apex Legends came out, and it's not the same game, and it's really not that
They're not similar at all.
But robots in a game with shooting, and one is free and one is not. I think that's where they're going. Free is good. Robot shooting gun for free is good. Pay money for robot to shoot gun is bad. That's the reviews that I've seen, basically. That's the comparisons I've seen. I don't know.
The biggest thing I would see people complaining is that it's basically Destiny.
And you know what? I was done with Destiny. I know that there's like a whole expansion pack I haven't played, but I felt like I was done. I felt like I got everything I wanted out of Destiny.
I never got that deep into Destiny to really care.
This is Destiny where you can fly for a while, and then your robot overheats. But
at least for a little bit.
Yeah, but you can keep it cool by like doing dives to cool off your engines or flying through waterfalls. It's a pretty cool mechanic.
Oh, nice. That is a pretty cool mechanic. Sure.
But we'll see how it holds up over more time. Like, maybe it does get a little
tedious,
but I don't know. People's expectations are too high. This game isn't going to entertain me forever.
I mean, I still haven't even played all the DLCs for Spider-Man yet.
Oh, I haven't even finished Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I probably should. I need to finish that. I need to finish Persona 5. I need to finish Kingdom Hearts still. I'm like right up at the end of Kingdom Hearts, and I just kind of got burnt out on it because the cutscenes are all really stupid.
Welcome to a Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah. They're like extra stupid this time around because now all the lore has built up to the, this is the climax of all the dumb garbage.
Oh, yeah.
So every time you finish a world, you get a half an hour of, oh my god, you're a clone replica from a simulated reality, and your name is Vanitas or Ventus or Vesuvius. I don't know.
Something with an X in it.
Yeah.
Because...
You Norda boy.
Sure. You Norda boy. Yeah.
Even the variety of worlds they picked in this one isn't terribly interesting.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, most of them are pretty cool, and I actually really enjoyed the Pirates of the Caribbean one, even though Captain Jack sucks. The gameplay of getting to go around in a pirate ship and explore these islands and collect crabs, apparently.
Oh, that's from the second Pirates movie, right? Where Jack is like dead or half dead, and he's like three. Where
he's a pile of crabs.
Well, he was on the boat, and he was like in a desert.
He was in Davy Jones' locker,
and then the sand turned into a bunch of crabs.
Yeah,
and he sailed on a bunch of crabs
because of what was her name? Calypso.
Yeah,
she's like a sea goddess thing, and crabs are like her thing.
Something. Yeah,
although there is a part where you pull into port, and Captain Jack's like, all right, you got to collect 300 crabs for reasons.
Okay, I like that.
And then they make you go around and collect 300 crabs.
Oh
for
wow.
reasons.
Yeah, it's really dumb.
That's kind of great though. I kind of like that.
Does it visually look really hard, like to look at, like it was in 2?
Oh no, it's much better now.
Okay.
They up the graphics on Donald and Goofy to where they look more realistic, and it's kind of cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Like you can see like Donald's feathers and whatnot. Like it meshes a whole lot better than the
Yeah.
PlayStation 2 version does.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because I remember like going to like Pirates of the Caribbean world and where everything was like kind of photorealistic, and then you just kind of saw Goofy and Donald just kind of stuck out real hard.
Why does Barbossa have dried ramen for hair?
Yeah.
But the gameplay of pirate shipping around is fun and appeals to my deep love of pirating.
Just play Sea of Thieves.
I don't have any way to.
You know, you got a PC?
It sucks. I don't have a good PC. I have a laptop.
Speaking of a trilogy of things coming to a head, I went and saw How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know, I've never seen any of those films.
I've seen
Not
the first
even-
one. It's very good.
Not even once.
I liked the first one a lot.
I love the series. I really do. I mean, I tried watching like the TV series they had. Those are kind of hard to watch, but the movies are great.
Did they get it this time? Did they train the dragon this time? Are you winning, son?
All right.
Anyway, it's very good. The villain's kind of meh. I could care less about him.
Okay.
So like a Marvel movie.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Does he die at the end?
Yeah.
Oh well, then yeah, definitely like a Marvel movie.
That's not Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that the main character
Hiccup.
Hiccup has like one leg or like one like he has a foot missing. And he has like
he's got part of
a
his.
prosthetic leg, and that's something that they didn't like roll back and like magically fix,
Nope.
like a lot of movies would do for their sequels,
Nope.
or like would do for the end of the first movie when they would lose the limb or whatever.
Well,
That's cool,
he loses the limb at the end of the first movie.
right? But I mean, I'm saying a lot of movies, a lot of animated kids movies would like some kind of
A
dragon
magic thing would happen. And
Toothless would
yeah.
have weird healing fire breath, and he would breathe healing fire on his leg and make his leg grow back or something. But no, they didn't.
Nope. He was handy capable for the rest of the trilogy.
That's awesome.
It's kind of funny because he makes a joke about it in the second movie when he meets this one character, and they look at him like kind of distrustfully because Toothless has a damaged tail. And he's like, "No, well, he got me back, peg leg."
Oh, yeah. So this third one, it was
It's
good.
very good. It definitely put a cap on the trilogy,
Okay, good.
and it kind of like shown where the whole character journey for Toothless and Hiccup was going.
Oh, okay, cool.
Kind of like his whole like coming of age, growing up kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was just kind of a naive boy in the beginning, and now he
Right.
had all these responsibilities and things.
He's
and
become a man.
I mean, kind of. They do throw a line at the end of the movie that was the first line in the first book.
Oh, okay.
There were dragons in the world when I was a boy,
Oh, okay,
kind of
cool.
thing. I mean, it was a really good movie. Like, music was really good, voice acting was really good.
Did Jay Baruchel come back and do this for the third one? Was it the same actor for Hiccup the entire time?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Yep, everybody was the same voices.
Cool. I like it when that happens as well.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at you, Don Cheadle,
Right.
as War Machine,
Or Edward Norton.
or Edward Norton.
as Banner. Honestly, though, I think we upgraded on that one.
Yeah,
On
we
both.
got the
on
better.
both. Yes, agree.
But yeah, it was very good. The movie's a lot darker.
Mm.
Not just like kind of in tone, but also like in kind of a color palette.
Kind of aged up a little bit.
Yeah,
with its
yeah,
audience. That's
yeah.
cool.
In comparison to the other movies,
Cool.
it's very good. My other check it out. Speaking of ages of things, was the Netflix version in collaboration with the BBC of Watership Down.
Okay.
Now, I never read the book, so I only had the old disturbing, terrifying movie to go off of. It's not as traumatizing as the 78 movie was.
Oh, good to know.
Because, man, that movie's hard to watch. Like, aside from the horrible violence, but there was, like, some scenes in there just, like, really, I don't know, just hard to, like, weird, like, a lot of weird music and a lot of Technicolor and just things.
Yeah.
Like...
The 70s.
Yeah.
The 70s happens.
Yeah, the 70s does happen in that film. Where rabbits kill each other. But no, a lot of the voice acting is really good in it. It's 3 parts. Each part's, like, about an hour long.
Cool.
Animation's a little clunky.
Okay.
Sometimes when the rabbits are moving around and stuff, things just kind of look weird.
That's Netflix for you.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
They generally, some of their stuff is good. I think Carmen Sandiego looks good. I think She-Ra looks good.
She-Ra looked so good. Like, She-Ra all around was just good.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next season of that. I'm excited.
Right? Though I'm getting bored waiting for Disenchantment, too.
Yeah.
Netflix has got me, like, on this leash. I'm running out of things to watch.
Just start watching Great British Bake Off. Everyone else is doing it.
No, I'm going to be the rebel. I'm going to be revolutionary not.
It's a good show, Josh. Give in to the love that is Mary Berry.
No!
And her sweet treats and possible alcoholism.
We finished Pen 15. We talked about it a little bit before. It continues to be really good. And I would say it only gets better as it goes. It gets kind of real. Real and woke at some point.
Nice.
Well, one of the leads is Japanese, and they do a whole episode about the mean girls at school, kind of.
I think I read something about that. Yeah, go on with it. But no, I think I read something about that episode.
They're doing a school project where they're the Spice Girls.
Yes, and she ends up being like the...
Scary Spice.
Right.
And then they make her play like the
maid or something.
Yeah, Guido, the Mexican servant or something awful.
Okay. Yeah, that's...
Yeah. And then she has to deal with, like, how people see her and how she sees herself. And her friend realizes that, this stuff is all bad. And she gets on the 90s internet and gets woke. And starts a hunger strike and, like, tries to help her out but does it in the wrong way and makes things worse. And it was just a really good episode. And then there's a point where Maya also becomes woke by hanging out with her brother and her brother's friends. And there's like a minute where she just like looks up into the sky and her eyes go white or something. And then she throws up because she's got the knowledge now. But it's a good show. And then the other one where the other girl's parents start getting a divorce.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's still a really funny show, but it also deals with a lot of things that kids that age go through in a surprisingly real way.
That's excellent.
Makes
That's
it
awesome.
a good watch.
Big Mouth kind of does that too, but also in a really absurd, gross way.
Yeah,
too.
it's a cartoon. And it at no point feels real.
Sorry, I'm remembering some of the really absurd thing that the Hormone Monster says.
Sam, what you got?
Oh, okay, yeah. I just have one thing. So, I love old bad movies and stuff that like barely got like cult movies, that sort of thing.
You don't say.
Yeah, right. So there's a movie that I've actually been wanting to see for a while. I finally found it. Oddly enough, the entire thing's on YouTube. It was there the entire time for free, and I'd never searched it out. So this is a movie called Freaked. It was written and partially directed by Alex Winter, and starring Alex Winter, who was Bill from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And I found this because he was tweeting a while back a lot about, this failed project he had, and, he had a lot of, high hopes for it, this comedy thing. And it was like, I saw some stills of it, and the production stills and stuff looked really great, but for whatever reason it failed, and I kind of wanted to see why. And I watched this movie, and it was done in either 92 or 94, I think, and it is the most 90s movie I think I've seen. Like, it has definite, like, if the Toxic Avenger was done in the 90s, definite those vibes. The short pitch of the movie is this former child actor gets hired by this corrupt company to be like a spokesperson for their highly toxic plant fertilizer. So he goes down to this South American country and ends up getting kidnapped with his two friends by Randy Quaid, who was acting like a crazy person at the time, but
Before he
is
was a crazy
basically
person.
mimicking the way he's crazy now. And this,
You know that Disney movie Home on the Range?
yeah,
I never realized that has both Randy Quaid and Roseanne in it.
it does.
That
That is a weird movie to go back and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this guy who runs a freak show uses the plant fertilizer to mutate people into hideous, sideshow attraction things, and then it's basically an excuse to have a bunch of monster makeup, and it was done by all the monster makeup was done by a practical effects artist named Screamin' Mad George. That's his. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
he did Reanimator.
He
didn't
did.
he? Yeah, and
Yeah.
Society.
Yeah. Society. Don't watch Society.
No, do watch Society. It's great.
But no, a lot of really, really good practical effects and stuff. And it has a really interesting cast. Like Bobcat Goldthwait is in it as the amazing Sockhead, who is a man who has a sock puppet for a head. And there's
That sounds like a Bobcat role.
yeah
in the
yep.
90s.
And Mr. T as the bearded lady, who is just Mr. T in a dress.
I mean,
Yeah, and there's like all sorts of other people. Keanu Reeves is uncredited as Ortiz the dog boy. But yeah, it's a movie that could absolutely never be made today. There are a lot of, again, trauma-esque, I'll say, jokes and stuff that absolutely would not fly now, but taken as a time capsule of the 90s, like, yeah, like, but no, there's actually a lot of claymation special effects.
Nice.
Like instead, there's like no CG effects at all. It's all practical and it's all claymation whenever they needed.
Does it look like
that sort of thing.
Basket Case?
You know what? A little bit. During the break, I'll pull up a couple pictures of some of the special effects because it is like actually outstanding. That's the reason to watch the movie. Don't watch it for the plot. The plot sucks. It's a bad movie. Don't watch it. And for the love of God, don't pay to watch it.
Watch Society, or at least the last half of it.
Watch again for the special effects. Yes. That movie, man, that movie.
Oh, that movie is great.
It was, yeah, kind of. Anyway, that was really kind of it. I also watched Street Fighter, the movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme, because
why not?
you gotta. It's a great movie.
Apparently, Capcom makes like $1 million every time it's on TV.
Every time, yeah. That's like one of their biggest,
So
successes.
So it wasn't a failure for them.
Yeah. And oddly enough, I did watch it on a Tuesday.
Just so you could make that joke on
Just
the show.
absolutely. I was thinking ahead. Oh, yeah.
The day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
So anyway, let's go ahead and take a break here. And when we get back, we'll talk about some news. Hey, we're back. That was Jump Up Superstar from the game Super Mario Odyssey. Was it Super Mario Odyssey or just
Yeah,
Mario
it
Odyssey?
was-
Super Mario
Super
Odyssey.
Mario.
Super Mario Odyssey.
Either way.
Either way.
You know what it is.
Yeah. All right. So why did we play that song this week?
Maybe because we have some Nintendo-related news.
Really?
And because you wouldn't let me play that song from the Pokemon album that's so bad.
Well, if you're very good, I'll put a little bit when we get to the Pokemon news. Got to be on your best behavior, though.
Okay.
All right.
And eat your vegetables.
No, I'm not gonna make them do that. So yeah, let's start with some of the big Nintendo news, like Nintendo specific news. So
Reggie Fils-Aimé,
Reggie Fils-Aimé, okay, yeah,
the president of Nintendo, is retiring.
Nintendo America.
Nintendo of America, yeah, not
Yeah.
Nintendo as a whole, is retiring apparently in April after 15 years at the company, which is very impressive for a CEO of that stature.
it
to
is
stick
very
around
impressive.
That long.
Yeah,
Um,
especially since he is the first American or first non-Japanese president CEO of Nintendo of America, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
And he's going to be replaced by a guy who's already been working in marketing at Nintendo for a few years. And now he's getting the promotion. And hurry up and get your jokes ready because his name is in fact Doug Bowser. That's right. The president of Nintendo of America's name is Bowser.
It's all a ploy.
Yeah.
It's how he's taking control.
Yeah, so get ready for them to never make another Mario game again.
Never. I'm waiting for him to hire a vice president.
Doug Bowser Jr.
I was gonna say Steven Magikoopa, but yeah. But no, I like yours better. That was a better joke. But no,
Dan Ganondorf.
Dan Ganondorf. Yeah.
He was also in the running, but lost out, and he was like, "Darn you, Doug Bowser!"
I don't know why. I might just be tired, but my brain's almost flipped around when I said Dan Ganondorf. I almost said Danendorf.
Dan Ganondorf.
Yeah. But no, it's kind of sad to see Reggie go. He not only was he the president of Nintendo of America, which is a very, very big deal for a very, very, very big man.
Who also invented the Bigfoot
He
pizza.
did invent the Bigfoot pizza. Can't not say that when he worked for Pizza Hut. Bigfoot pizza. No, he was as much a president of the company. He was also like a character almost. He had like
He was very charismatic.
Yeah.
he was very charismatic. He was always up for being in on the joke.
Yeah. He was always ready to lean in on whatever ridiculous meme that the world had come up with.
Oh yeah.
Or,
including inventing some of his own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was always excited to push the product in a way that actually seemed genuine.
Yes. He really seemed to care about Nintendo and the things that they did. He wasn't just a corporate suit. I loved the Reginator like shorts that he did where he was like the robot with the I-beams.
Oh, the Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, my body is ready. That old
He did all those goofy Yokai Watch bits where he's like dancing around and stuff.
yeah.
He fired Bill Trennan on multiple occasions.
Not only did he fire Bill Trennan, there was one where they knew Bill was moving to Japan for a year to work in Nintendo of Japan, and so they did an elaborate thing where he like sent him like Bill Trennan messed something up, and Reggie sent him to Japan for a year. Again, he was always willing to be in on the joke, and yeah.
I can only hope that this Mr. Bowser will be as...
He's game.
Oh, yeah.
He's hope, yeah. And you know what? I think he is. He judging by that one picture that he put up saying
From his office,
it was a picture of him holding up a sign that said like,
thanks for the warm welcome.
Thanks for the warm welcome. And if you look in the background of the picture, he has a stuffed plush of Mario and Luigi wrapped up in a controller cord, like
for a
tied
GameCube.
Up, for a GameCube tied up.
And
in the
also
back,
all the other plushies are Mario villains.
Are Mario villains around him? Yeah, that was pretty cool. And if that's any indication, I think he's going to be a good fit.
The only thing that I find troubling about Doug Bowser is the fact that he worked for Electronic Arts for several years.
Yeah, that is a thing. But
he doesn't anymore.
Yeah, but I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Yeah, maybe he realized the evils that it was. It's pretty bad when you're too evil for Bowser.
Don't worry, they'll just replace him with Jill Motherbrain.
Oh. There's a guy in the mailroom named Wirt.
Yeah, he'll never make it out of that mailroom.
Maximilian King Hippo. Well, now we're just going to name off Nintendo villains.
James Dedede. Craig Nelson
Riley.
King K. Rool.
King K. Rool. There we go. Yeah.
Craig K. Rool.
Craig K. Rool.
You have to change your name now.
To Craig K. Rool.
Oh, man. What kind of, divine providence does it have to be the fact that your last name is Bowser and you work for Nintendo?
It's just too good.
It's too, yeah.
It seems like it shouldn't be true, but it is.
It is, yeah.
Oh, man.
Keith Wario.
Keith Wario.
I feel like he rides a motorcycle, too.
He does, yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like maybe like they just saw his name on the application. Like, all right, we got it. We gotta hire this guy.
Is he actually qualified?
Or is this an elaborate prank?
To get the job, he legally changed his name to Bowser.
Bob Andross. Guido Giovanni.
There we go.
Wow.
Got it. Nailed it.
Wow.
That's Pokemon, and you know
It
what
is
else
Pokemon.
is Pokemon? New Pokemon
New
games.
Pokemon
Our
games.
Pokemon.
Yeah, let's talk about those new Pokemon games.
So they had a Pokemon Direct. It
All
was
7 minutes of it.
All
Yeah,
7 minutes
all-
of just Pokemon.
And there's 2 new games, you know, like they do. They come out
Mm-hmm.
in 2s. It's Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, which is a cool name.
Yeah.
Give
Yeah.
them props on that one.
Mhm.
And they showed what the 3 starter Pokemon are, and all 3 of them are great.
They are pretty great. I'm looking forward to trying all of them.
A lot of times they'll have the 3 and there's 2 good ones and then one where they're kind of like,
A bunch of stink water.
yeah.
You
But,
mean you mean the last generation?
What was the bad one last generation? That
Poplio.
nobody liked. Oh yeah, Poplio.
Oh, Poplio.
I
Yeah.
like Poplio though.
Yeah. See, I liked Chespin from the generation before that, and like
Nobody
no one
liked
liked
Chespin.
Chespin. Little hoodie
Yeah, Grass Boy.
grass.
And everybody
grass
jumped
boy.
on Oshawott when he came out. and
Yeah.
he's a precious little otter boy.
Although his final evolution sucks.
True, but this time we got
Anyway, yeah.
a fire rabbit who's very cute.
Score Bunny.
A little grass monkey boy
Mm-hmm.
named what was it?
Gookie.
Grass monkey.
Grookey?
That funky
Yeah,
monkey.
Yeah. Yes, that's been the joke.
Yes, I got it.
And Sobble, the sad little chameleon water boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite because I'm a sad little boy.
Who cries a lot. So, I
Yeah.
mean, you might as well be a water type.
But no, I'm actually really like I really like Score Bunny. I'm not usually the guy that starts with the fire type, but I think I might do that this time.
I was texting Matt about it. He's like, wait a minute, there's starters other than the fire starters?
Oh, of course.
I'm like, you would. You would be that guy.
Yeah.
To be fair, Incineroar was great.
Yeah.
Incineroar was pretty great.
Yep, I went with the fire starter last game because I couldn't say no to that kitten, that grumpy looking
Litten.
kitten.
Litten.
Oh,
Yeah.
I went with the
Rowlet.
Rowlet.
Good
'cause
Grass Boy.
Having a grass ghost like archer guy as the final.
The fact that he started out as grass flying,
Uh-huh.
come on now.
Yeah.
He was the only starter that was a dual type.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just mechanics right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Plus, he was an owl.
And
Yeah.
Flareon is the only fire type Pokemon that can't learn
Solar beam.
Solar Beam.
So anyway,
This show is just nothing but in jokes, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like this show isn't for anyone else. This is just for us. We're doing one for us this week.
we're not even recording. We're just sitting in a room talking.
Yeah. So the other thing with the trailer for Sword and Shield, so every generation of Pokemon games, they all are like very loosely based, kind of on a different country or different
Areas of the world.
area of the world, and by the way this looks, this one is based on UK,
On the British Isles.
British Isles. Yeah.
Actually, the map looks remarkably similar to the British Isles, just flipped upside down.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in X and Y, it pretty much looked like France,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it-
XY was France, and then the last one was
Hawaii,
Hawaii.
the one
the Aloha
before,
region.
The one before France was America, wasn't
Yeah,
it? It
Unova
like-
was America. Yeah.
or at least the New York
Mm-hmm.
area.
Yeah. Kanto was Japan, and Johto was
Also Japan.
it was also Japan, right?
Yeah.
What was Gen 3? Was it supposed to be like China or something?
I don't know. They might not have had it planned out like that yet.
True. Yeah.
Man, I don't even think I remember Gen 3. I think it was when I was on my Pokemon hiatus where I stopped caring.
Yeah. That was me with Gen 5. I didn't play Black and White or Black 2, White 2.
I mean, there's
Just-
still a lot of Pokemon I see, and I'm like, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
I played Black and White but didn't finish it, and I never played Black and White 2 because
Yeah.
I didn't care.
Yeah.
So anyway, Sword and Shield looks cool. A lot of neat artistic choices and like the way that the set pieces and everything look.
I'm not entirely impressed. I think they could have did more in their first jump from like a handheld title to a console-ish
Handheld title.
Yeah, like I was,
Graphics wise, I agree. You know,
I mean, I wasn't expecting them to do that. I know how Game Freak and Pokemon Company work. They change as little as they can so they don't offend any of their fan base. Which
sure. I mean, don't reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, don't fix what's not broken.
I can understand that, but like graphically, it looks like a 3DS game that was like switched over to Switch halfway through development.
Yeah.
Switched over.
Yeah,
They upscaled it a little bit.
a little bit, not very much, but it all just comes down to what the gimmick for this gen is, because there's always a gimmick along with
Be it like Mega Evolutions or whatever.
Z moves.
Yeah.
The Pokemon that follows you.
Which this doesn't look like it does.
doesn't like
which
it
is a
does.
big disappointment.
I think Gen 3 was Secret Bases.
Yeah, which
that
I
was
always thought was cool.
I thought that was kind of neat too.
Kind of Animal Crossing-y.
Yeah.
And everybody loves that.
Yeah. You know what? The Switch is big enough. Why don't they just do all of it?
Do all the things.
Just do all of it. And you know what? I honestly would pay money for a version of Pokemon that starts in Kanto
And
Gen
goes
1
through the whole thing.
and you have DLC for each gen
As you go, yeah.
as you go.
Oh man, that'd be like a huge like refresher course. That's like a master class in
A
Pokemon.
master class.
I mean, heck, make the DLC, full price of a game and release it every every year or every 6 months or something like
Then
that.
they'd never have to make a new Pokemon game.
Yeah, that's true, but
games as a service Pokemon.
I would pay it. I mean, I don't typically pay for games as a service.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. They didn't really show a lot of new Pokemon in this one either.
Just the three.
Just the three.
They
Well, no,
usually
there were a couple like in the at least
those weren't new.
or
They weren't new.
Oh.
No, that yellow one, that was Pikachu. That was not a new one.
Oh. There
And
was
the
a-
other one was like one of the mouse ones from a gen ago or something.
Yeah.
A couple of gens ago.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so which one are you going with? Sword or Shield?
I guess it really depends on what we get.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I don't have enough information to make that decision. What legendary do I get?
The sword or the shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Aegis
look!
Slash.
Legendary Hornedge.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm actually, without knowing anything about any of them, I'm leaning towards Shield because I typically go for, whenever you say like the name X and Y, Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, I always go for the second one, and I don't know why that is. It's just
You're a contrarian.
I'm a contrarian. Well, that's very true.
It's gonna be the least popular. The sword's gonna be more popular, and shield's gonna
Just
be
by
the
the
least
name
popular
alone.
one.
Hey,
I
that's
could-
great. When I have all the version exclusive Pokemon
That
that no one
everybody
else
wants,
that
yeah.
everybody wants, I will be the popular one. Me.
Everyone will want to be my friend.
You'll have a plus 3 to your AC
Yes.
because it's shield.
But yeah, I can't decide until I know what which
Yeah, I have no
You
clue.
can't decide.
what they're gonna put on the box.
I'm curious to know what the sinister organization's gonna be.
Brexit.
Oh Lord.
Soccer hooligans.
Yeah, that I could see that they'd be. Although that's kind of treading the same ground as Team Skull.
A little
I
bit,
think.
but Team Skull was so good though.
I did. I love Team Skull so much.
Their idle animations with the b-boy stance and the hands.
The constant dancing.
Yeah, so good.
The aggressive dancing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nothing replaces Team Rocket for me.
No, Skull replaces Team Rocket for me.
No.
I like Skull better than I do Team Rocket.
No.
We can all agree that Team Aqua and Team Magma suck, right?
Well, their
Oh,
plans are dumb.
Their plans
I
are
wanna
really
flood
dumb.
the world. I want to get rid of the water. It's like, well, you can't live on water, and you can't live without water. So there's kind of flaws in both
It's
of
a
your
very
plans.
short-sighted.
Yeah.
And their whole plan is like, we're going to resurrect these giant, super ancient god beasts to get rid of everything. Oh no, they're getting rid of everything. Save us.
Team Aqua gets props though for looking like cool pirates.
Very true. I mean, Team Magma just gets dumb hoodies.
I mean,
They're not even good-looking hoodies. All right, so we have one other bit of Pokemon news. And Cody, you were very good, so I'm going to put a few seconds of that very bad song
Yes.
that you like so much.
But it's just no good, 'cause there's two perfect girls for me. Ha ha ha! Alright! Jenny, oh Jenny,
Okay. Anyway,
You're gonna Brock your day.
Believe in yourself, and your dreams can come true.
Another inside joke.
all right. So let's.
Miku.
I'm Scarlett Johansson.
All right. Let's talk about this Detective Pikachu trailer. There's a new one,
Yeah.
and it's good.
It continues to be very good, and
Like,
it seems very funny.
we get a little more of the story. Some more interactions with Pikachu and other people, and mostly Pikachu and other Pokemon.
Pikachu does a swear.
Yeah.
Yes.
He says the hell word.
Yeah, he says a bad word.
And the internet went mad about it.
It's great.
He's a nasty swear boy now.
I like the fact that they showed that he can't really fight.
Yeah.
Well, he
Like-
spent all his move slots on deductive reasoning.
Like he's sitting there like trying, like it's like, what are you doing? It's like I can't do this when people are watching. But then it looks like later in the trailer he does get some moves
There's bits.
because
yeah.
there's like you see like a thunderbolt and then you see like a quick attack.
Yeah. Judging by this trailer, it seems as though the movie is following the plot of the game fairly closely. Because I know the game, I didn't play much of the Detective Pikachu game, but I know it starts with APOMs that are stealing purses from people or something along those lines. And it seems as though that is at least a part of this movie.
Oh man, that one shot of what's that little fire monkey Pokemon?
Chimchar?
I think so. Yeah.
He was in the trailer?
Yeah, for like 2 seconds and it looked awful.
There was a ton of...
Oh, I know.
Ludicolo looks so freaky.
Yeah.
The one that...
Little sombrero bird.
It looks like, yeah.
he looks like Gritty wearing
He
a
looks like
sombrero.
Gritty
You're right.
wearing- Yeah, absolutely. Oh,
Oh man.
I don't know. I love these different takes on Pokemon.
I do
for
too.
All these years
Hyper-realistic,
of
yeah.
seeing them portrayed exactly the same way, to see them in a different light is very entertaining.
It's just refreshing.
Yeah.
It broke new ground.
I mean,
I clapped when I saw that.
The only thing about the trailer I'm not 100% on board for, and it's not that I'm not excited for it, I just wish they didn't spoil it. They show Mewtwo.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you put Mewtwo in your movie, that's going to be the third act twist.
Yeah.
So they showed the third act twist. And I mean, he looks rad.
Oh yeah, he looks like a Mewtwo.
He does. Toe to tip. Looks like a Mewtwo. At this point, I'm just fitting all of the inside jokes
all
in.
of them.
Yeah.
All of
As
them.
many as possible. But yeah, that's the only thing I'm kind of bummed out about, but still excited about him being in the movie.
The Greninjas look good.
This might be the part where I stop watching the trailers, just so
That
I
might,
don't get
you know,
any more of it spoiled.
I'm getting there. Although we know I'm still going to watch all the
no,
trailers.
yeah.
I can't help
You
myself.
can't
I have
help
no
yourself.
self-control.
Oh man, God, there was so many things. I'm wondering how are we seeing all the good Mr. Mime, like all the Mr. Mime jokes? Are they gonna leave some for us?
I'm a little concerned about all the Mr. Mime stuff.
It was really funny in the trailer, but now we'll see the movie and we'll have heard all of the jokes already.
It's like
Or
a Will
seen
Ferrell
them.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
We did
man.
see a little bit more of the other main character, the girl with the Psyduck.
Oh yeah.
Because it seems as though that while she's not like the main lead, she is definitely like high tier supporting cast.
Like third wheel in the boy and Pikachu story.
Yeah.
She's the Misty.
She's right. Yeah.
Hey, the Misty was always the main character in my heart. All right.
Yeah. I agree.
I attribute my love of water type Pokemon to probably Misty. Plus Blastoise was great. Giant tortoise with freaking cannons. I don't know.
I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna-
super excited.
We're gonna be in that. We're gonna be sitting in that theater surrounded by a bunch of children.
Yeah. Stoked for the Pokemon film.
Oh, I'll be there. You know, if they do a midnight showing somewhere, I will go at midnight.
In your Team Rocket outfit?
Yes. In fact, I will.
You don't have to do midnight show. Now they show them at like 7 p.m. the day
On a
before.
Thursday.
That's true.
Yeah.
But what's the fun in that?
They keep pushing them back.
I don't know. That's when we're going to see Captain Marvel.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
I have to wait till I get out of work.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm going that weekend, so I'll probably be the last of you guys to see it.
I'll
but
tell you all the spoilers.
Good.
I will cut you. There will be one less host on this show. That is not a threat. That is a promise.
So, hey, there was one other movie trailer that we should probably talk about.
Do we have to?
Yes, it's superhero movies.
Barely.
Barely.
Not barely. It is. It's just.
How about I barely care?
It's
Oh,
a
that's-
Fox
yeah.
one. Wah, wah.
It's a Fox one that's not Deadpool, so
Yeah.
who cares? No, Dark Phoenix, the next in a very, very long line of X-Men movies that are as long as they are convoluted, released, and boy, I just don't care. Like, it's a lot of people talking and looking sad, and that's not what I want to see when I go to,
Yeah.
like,
Is this the fourth one in this run?
First Class, Days of Future Past,
Age of Apocalypse.
Age of Apocalypse. This is the fourth one,
Which in of
which is now the
themselves
seventh.
Is part of a rewritten, a retconned run of the original 3 movie.
Yeah.
Which are loosely connected because the Days of Future Past changes the timeline.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Comics, everyone!
And time travel.
Yeah. I want to say, comic book wise, the Fox extended universe has been more accurate to comics.
It has, because it's very convoluted and weird. But yeah, I'm just having a hard time getting excited for this one. It's judging by the trailers alone, it doesn't look like anyone really wants to be there.
This looks like a downer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't care about Jean Grey in the last movie.
And it's
She's barely in it.
I
and
know.
it's the one of the biggest X-Men stories ever.
It is, and they consistently do it wrong.
They
Yeah.
do. They do it bad every time.
Well, because they're afraid of how weird this Dark Phoenix saga got.
She's a firebird spirit from space.
Yeah, and and Fox is afraid of doing that. They always have to go, no, Jean Grey always had the power inside her. No, she didn't. She was a low-level telepath that got possessed by a space bird.
Even though we go over here to the MCU and we've got our talking space tree. And,
Yeah.
and everybody loves it.
Colossus electrocuted Juggernaut by giving him a power cord enema. Come on now.
Deadpool, that doesn't count. So,
Oh, sorry. This is pop. Did you see the Hellboy reboot got a rated R rating?
good.
Nice.
It needs it. Very good. So the other thing with the Dark...
David Harbour can say the F word.
Oh, boy.
More than one.
He could... Oh, man, he can do a swear, too. So the other thing, not only does the Dark Phoenix movie look just
Garbage.
kind of boring and sad, now that Marvel Studios has reclaimed the right, Disney has reclaimed the rights to the X-Men.
All the Marvel superheroes are home.
This movie doesn't matter because this
We'll
is
just
going to
get
be the
new
last
one.
one of the line. No matter where the movie ends, this is going to be the last one in the Fox line, and it's all going to be completely rebooted with brand new characters, brand new actors
And
under Fox Studio or Marvel Studios.
that they'll tease at the end of Avengers Endgame.
They'll have someone looking vaguely like Wolverine going, "Snick, bub, I'm here now. Look at me."
All we're gonna see is a glove with claws coming out
glove
of
with
it.
claws.
That's all we're
Yeah.
gonna get.
Yeah.
And then maybe a bald man screaming in a chair.
I love
Thank
it.
you for setting that up for
Thank
him.
you. I've been waiting. I've been sitting on it. I was hoping one of you would set it up. Thank you.
Charles Xavier's been sitting on it for decades.
Intermittently, sometimes he gets better.
Yeah, and loses his powers because in the comics, his psychic power is related to his handicap.
That
When
was
he goes to this, when he goes to the Savage World and loses his power, or Savage Lands and loses his power, he can walk.
again. That is just so weird.
They just got tired of drawing his wheelchair.
my
It doesn't even have wheels; it floats.
My
It's a
brain-
golden floaty chair.
my brain's so good, my legs don't work.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
Ugh.
I mean, could you imagine the world's most powerful psychic that could walk?
Too powerful. Got to do something.
Couldn't he just levitate himself around?
No, because he's telepathic,
No,
not
he-
telekinetic.
He can mind control someone else to carry him around.
Why doesn't he just make Beast carry him everywhere like a baby?
Like the Yoda backpack.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's like Lone Wolf and Cub with Juggernaut carrying him around.
Oh, we are getting borderline problematic with this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Dark Phoenix, I just
It
don't.
looks like garbage.
I'll see it because I have to.
We hate ourselves.
You did. You don't have to.
Yes, we do.
No, you don't have
Dude,
to.
me and Sam went and watched the Michael Bay produced Ninja Turtles.
And you know what? They made a sequel, and that's
And the
all
sequel,
on you.
And the sequel was better than the first one.
Better than garbage. Wow.
But
Bebop
also,
and Rocksteady were pretty great.
they were fantastic. But also, I remember being how angry we were. Well, we were angry when we went into the movie, but we were really angry when we came out.
Yeah.
That was a bad day.
That was $7 that I didn't need to spend.
Yep. If the
It
movie
wasn't
looks bad,
$7. We saw it here in Marion.
don't go.
$5 we didn't need to spend.
There's a big long speech in The Critic that he does
Yeah.
about don't go to bad movies, so they stop making bad movies. You could just edit that in right here.
But you know what? I will.
I am a movie critic by trade, and until recently, I got paid to tell you people which movies merely stink and which ones you shouldn't screen near an open flame. Well, I'm putting the burden of lousy movies back on you. It's very simple. If you stop going to bad movies, they'll stop making bad movies. If the movie used to be a TV show, just don't go. After Roman numeral 2, give it a rest. If it's a remake of a classic, rent the classic.
But the thing is, I don't want them to stop making bad movies because I love bad movies.
That's true.
What I don't like are boring, dumb movies. Like, I would be fine with Dark Phoenix if it was so bad that you could sit and laugh
If
at.
it was The Room.
Yeah.
The Room with Mutants.
I'd watch that.
G. Gray, you're tearing me apart.
But no, if Dark Phoenix was so bad that you could sit and laugh and go, man, look how bad Fox is doing with this. Great, make 1 million of them. But the only thing you can do worse than be bad is be boring.
Very
Especially
true.
when it's a special effects heavy science fiction action movie, which is what this movie is.
So, Batman v Superman,
Yeah,
Justice League,
yeah.
Man of
I don't
Steel.
know.
Yeah.
I don't think Batman v Superman was funny bad. I
No,
think it
we're
was-
talking. This is boring.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're talking.
yeah.
I'm talking boring because it's
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah.
Like I love Batman as a character. I always have. I always will. But it was boring.
I like Batman, but I'm tired of the origin story.
Oh, I know.
And
Give us the Spider-Man treatment on it already.
And we don't have it on the list because I don't have the guy's name, but they recast Batman for the DC connected universe.
The
Did
Batman
they?
movie.
They
yeah,
did.
They did.
And he's younger, and he's going to get a solo film. And rumor has it, it's a flashback of young Batman, also showing the origin. How many times do we need to go to Crime Alley?
I think in media, I think it's been shown 18 times.
That seems
When
too low.
Gotham came out, I think it was like 18 times.
Yeah. At least Mask of the Phantasm, they danced around it.
Yeah.
They showed the origin of the Phantasm, which was parallel to the origin of Batman,
Yeah.
basically. Like a kind of a funhouse mirror twist of it. And that's interesting.
Which brings me up in Justice League Unlimited, there is a flash forward or something.
It's the last episode of Justice League Unlimited.
Was it the last episode?
The last episode.
Where they show adult Terry McGinnis talking with old Amanda Waller and how his whole thing was they were trying to create a new Batman. And they had the Phantasm was going to kill his parents, but then she didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the intended ending to Batman Beyond, and the show was canceled before they got a chance to do that. So when Justice League Unlimited, they knew that it wasn't going to get renewed. They used it as an excuse to go ahead and give Batman Beyond the ending that it needed.
Yeah. Man, I love Batman Beyond.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it's a good show.
People keep talking about they want to see like a movie version of it, and part of me is like, cool, but they'll just mess it up.
A live action movie version of Batman Beyond will not work, and I'll tell you why. Because we love Batman Beyond.
Because they won't get Michael Keaton to play old Bruce.
Well, even if they did that, and that would be great. I mean, if you're going to do it,
Perfect.
that would be perfect. But we know Batman Beyond. A lot of our listeners, chances are, know what Batman Beyond is, or has at least heard of it. The wider audience, like 90% of the movie-going audience, will not know what it is. and we'll just be confused.
Yeah, what's this weird future Batman?
Yeah. Why is this Batman like Spider-Man?
He was kind of like Spider-Man.
That was the pitch. What if Batman was Spider-Man in the future?
I don't think it's that much of a leap, though.
It is when you have rocket boots.
Anyway, we are actually at time, so let's go ahead and wrap things up. You have been listening to Nerd Overload. Thank you very much for tuning in. You can find us each and every day over at nerdoverload.com.
Nice. Shatner pausing.
Thank you.
Sorry, now I'm just remembering that episode where Shatner had like his evil clone from the teleporter.
Our ending has been sabotaged.
You can find us on social media at Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at Nerd Overload Now.
You can email us at staff@nerdoverload.com.
You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Nerd Overload TV.
That's right, and we're also on various podcast catching type places. Today, I'm going to say Apple Podcast. Sure, go listen to us if you have an iPhone or iTunes or whatever.
Yeah, it's already on your phone, most likely.
Most likely, just go over to Apple Podcasts, give us a check out, and we have over 200 episodes to listen to, and at least
we got a bunch.
At least a few of them are pretty good, I'd like to say.
Yeah, don't start at the beginning.
No.
No.
Start at like 50. That's when it gets good. Anyway, we also sell t-shirts, bit.ly/nerdoverloadT, that's T-E-E, or go to the main website and click on store. We have cool shirts.
Yeah, they're good shirts.
A lot of times they have inside jokes on them.
Yeah, at least 2/3 of them do. Finally, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/nerdoverload. Now, if you like the show, go over there, check it out. We have some really cool stuff that we're trying to do. And, if you want to be a part of it, check it out. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in, and we will be back next week.
Peace out.